Hello, you're welcome back to part 7 of our agency website design series. So in the previous video, we covered the homepage and the mobile responsiveness. We also did the about us page, and we also did the work page and the work preview page. So in this video, we are going to cover the blog page and then the blog preview page, and finally we are going to conclude with the contact us page. So, and one bonus video, we are going to do a video that covers how you can prototype the entire website. But in this video, we are just going to finish up with all the screens. So without wasting any more time, let's dive right into what we are going to be doing for today. So the next page that we're going to be designing is the blog page. So to design the blog page, let's quickly extend this website section. And then I'm going to look for something that is close to what we are building in terms of the structure. So I guess I like this. This is very close to what we're building, so I'm just going to duplicate this, and since it's an entirely new page, we're going to give it like a spacing of like 500. Alright, so we're going to name this blog. Alright, so now that we've named it blog, the next thing we're going to do is to quickly edit the header. So the header here says we're going to call this blog, and then what we're going to have here is insights and ideas. Alright, so now that we have this, but there's something I want to edit quickly before we can actually move to the blog post. So for the blog post, I'm just going to go to the main component to create like a different or a separate card for the blogs. I want them to have like the same size with this, so I'm just going to copy this size because I want 3 blogs to be visible in one row. So I'm just going to select this and then go to main component. Alright, now that we've gotten to the main components, this is like the project. This is the project card desktop, and this is the project card mobile. What I'm going to add one more, change this. So we're going to call this is states, and this is like mobile, and this is desktop also. This is desktop. But now it's kind of like having a little issue. So I'm going to select this quickly, and then I'm going to add a variant. So this variant is going to be the breakpoint, or let's just call this type. Let me edit it. So this will just be blog by default, or by default we're going to call this projects. And then this is going to be blog. Alright, so this is blog desktop, and this is project mobile, and this is project desktop. So now let's quickly edit for the blog. So one thing that we're going to do for the blog is this is not going to appear here, so I'm going to turn this off, and then this is going to go to the top. Alright, so I believe we're done setting this up. So I'm just going to go back to instance. Hopefully we have this. Okay, I'm just going to go back to, alright, so I'm going to change this to blog, and then change this also to blog, and I'm going to duplicate, add one more, and then same thing here, change it to blog, and add one more. And now I'm just going to select both of these and change it to fill, and then enter. Basically what I'm doing by selecting enter is just to select all the cards, and then I'm going to change them to like fill. You know what I'm just going to do? I'm going to go back and then edit this directly from the main components instead of trying to edit it one after the other here. So I'm just going to keep clicking Ctrl Z until we'll go back to the top. So I'm just going to select this and then go back to main component, and then I'm going to hit scale for scale. Hopefully what I copied the other time is still available. Yeah, so this is the value we are going to put, and then we're going to increase the size. Alright, so hopefully that works. So I think that should be settled now. Alright, so here we go. So I'm going to duplicate this, select this, and select this, and then change this to blog. Alright, so now that we have these 4 blogs, I'm just going to quickly add some this will be under the design trend category. So I think there's a little issue here. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go over to the main component and do some edits there. Alright, so this should have its own. So this is the category. And this is the blog title. Alright, so this will have its own component property. Category. I think I misspelled that here. Category. Then the next one should be blog title. Alright, so I'm just going to go return to instance and see if that has been updated. Alright, so we have category and then we have the blog title. So let's quickly add the details that we plan to add the other time. So view the category, then select the blog title, change this to top so it can be on the same line with the rest. And then the next one is web strategy. So the category is web strategy, and then this will be this. So I'm just going to do that quickly. Alright, so we are done with all that. So I'm just going to get some images from Unsplash and add them here. So I'm just going to change this to design and see what comes out. Alright, so I'm just going to select this and then try to add it again and see if that works. So I'm just going to look for something that looks very okay. So let's go to main component and do some edits here. So this is going to be 40. Alright, so I'm going to return to instance. Anyway, let's put it the other way around. So I'm going to go back to main component and I'm going to just swap it. Let me try this and see. Alright, so next up is this, and let me add this. Let me just use this for that. So I'm just going to use like business. I think I prefer this instead. Alright, so and the next one is branding. Let me use this for branding. Alright, so now that we have all this set up, I think that's that for that. So the next thing we're going to do is I don't think we need this section here, so I'm just going to remove this section entirely, so we don't need it here. So the next thing we're going to do now is to create like the mobile version for this. So the mobile version for this, I'm just going to duplicate this. So I'm going to call this blog mobile. Alright, so first things first is to bring in this. Paste to replace, and then I'm going to change it to mobile, and then this is going to be fill. Alright, so I'm just going to select this, copy this first, and paste to replace one of this. Then I'm going to try and change this to fill. Alright, so this doesn't work, so we're going to need a variation for mobile for our blogs. So I'm just going to go over to the main component and work on that. So I'm just going to add like one more, and then stretch this, then drag this down here. So let me push this to the top a bit so I can, Alright, so I'm going to select this and then select this and then push this to the top a bit, then stretch this so I can see everything that I'm doing properly. Damn, it's still not enough. Alright, so this is going to be for the blog. So I'm going to just change this to mobile. Alright, so I'm just going to hit the K to scale it down to 335. Alright, so this is exactly what I'm saying. Alright, so I think that's for that. So I'm just going to select one of this and go back to the instance, and then I'm going to delete this, and then select all of this, copy this, copy this, copy this, copy this, copy this, and I'm going to copy all, then I'm going to paste to replace, then delete this, then hit enter so I can select everything and then change it to mobile. Alright, so we have everything here, although I'll just have to just increase the gap to like 40 or something. Yeah, so and this, we're going to remove this, and this is going to be set to hog. So there's no need for the read more because all the vlogs are meant to appear here. Or let's just leave it there in case of like there's more to be seen, or probably like view more or something. View more instead of read more. Alright, so now that we are done with this, the next thing we are going to work on now is the blog preview. So what happens when a user clicks on a particular blog or wants to view a particular blog? So I'm just going to create that ASAP. So I'm going to use this, and this is just going to be 200. So I'm going to delete every other unnecessary detail. And then I'm going to change this to blog preview. Alright, so for the blog preview is almost going to take on the same shape as this, but we're going to have like more padding or something. So this is going to change. Wait, let's go back and make sure that everything was done right. So this is display recent work. So we're going to change this to hero section. So I'm going to rename this to, let's go back to this, and we're going to change this to blog card. So this is no longer, okay, this is product cards. I'm just going to change this to cards. Alright. So same here, instead of having projects, we have hero section. So the next part here is going to be about, let's see. So it's going to be about branding. And the title there is why great branding is more than just a logo. Then I'm just going to use Unsplash to add like our preview image. So I'm going to search for business. And look for the image we used there. So this is the photo we used there. Alright, so now that we've done that, we're just going to add like a little date underneath of this. So I'm just going to add text to this and then change this to May 2025. Then select this. I can just change this to like 20 and see how that looks. Alright, so now that we are done with that, it's now time to like add the article or the text or the content of the article. So I'm just going to fill this. And then this is going to be 16. Then so this is all of the text. So I'm just going to paste everything inside of here. So this is going to have like some bullet points. And then finally conclusion. So this is going to be bold. This also is going to be bold. And this is also is going to be bold. I'm going to make all of this bold. Alright, so I don't think this should be its own section. Let's just duplicate this and paste to replace. Yeah, instead of making it its own section. And then change it back to 40. Alright. And then I'm going to add like a button for them to be able to read more articles. So we're going to turn on the right arrow. And I'm going to have it to display read more blogs. Yeah, so this button will take them back to the blog page. Alright, so this is what we have so far. So the next thing to do now is to create the mobile version for this. And I don't think the mobile version for this should be something too much. So I'm just going to bring in a frame. And name this blog mobile preview. Alright, so I'm just going to stretch this. And then get this hero section here and then paste it inside of here. So we'll just edit from here. So I'm going to copy this and select this paste to replace, and then we're going to change this to mobile. Copy this, duplicate paste to replace, then move it to the top. And this, I'm going to copy this and then paste to replace here, and then scale it down to 335 width. And then we're going to have this, all this, we're going to paste to replace here. And then finally, the button, we're just going to add it down here. Alright, so one final thing that we've not added is this. So I'm just going to add this and push it to the bottom, and then this and this. That's the status and the nav. So now we can now add auto layout to the entire thing and remove every gap. So I think we have this completed. So but we have one last thing to do before we can finally say we are done with all this. We have the contact us page, which is like the last page that we're going to be adding for this particular project. So let's quickly start the So the next thing we are going to do now is to create the contact us page, where that's the final page for the contacts to contact the agency. So far this is what we've created. All this looks good. Alright, so there's something that I just noticed. I just noticed that this has blog title also, which is not what we want. So it's supposed to be project title. I guess the little edit we made here when we're creating a blog, the blog post affected the project title and the rest. So I'm just going to go over here and then you go to main component and quickly edit that. So I'm going to call this project title. And this is going to be project description. Alright, so let's quickly cross-check the entire work and make sure that nothing is left out. Alright, now it's time to create the final page, which is the contact us page. So I'm just going to quickly do that. Alright, to begin that, we're just going to duplicate this and then push this, make sure it's 500 from that. So we have enough breathing space to indicate that this is a new page. Alright, so the next page now that we're going to actually create now is the contact us. So I'm just going to change this to contact us. And then I'm just going to zoom out and select this and stretch this. Alright. Okay, so now the first thing we're going to do is to impute the title of the page. So the title, this is desktop. That was a mistake. Alright, so the first thing we're going to put in is contact, and then we're going to call this speak with our experts. Alright, so now that we have this, I'm just going to delete everything that we don't need. And then I'm going to stretch this. So now I'm going to create like a frame and then turn on the layout grid, and then this is going to be this wide. Corner radius of 12, and then we're going to finally use our gray BG color. So let me just play this and make sure that this is on point. Alright, so this is how it looks. Now it's time to create the input field and the details. So for the input field, I'm just going to create like an input field here, give it like a white fill, and then corner radius of like 8. I don't know how that looks, so I think 4 looks better. Then we're going to add like strokes to this. So this is going to have a name, so let's just put my name there, David Emolo. And then this is going to be regular, and it's going to be 12. Well, let me leave it at 14, so it's very visible. And then I'm going to add auto layout to this and name this input field. And then top and bottom padding 12, and this should be like 12 also. And then this should, so I'm going to add auto layout to the entire frame, and then stretch it. So the padding will be 20 left and right, and 20 top and bottom. Well, let's just make it 32 and 32 here. So, and this is going to be fill, then the black here is going to turn to our gray text. So let's see how that looks. Quite good. I think I'll just change this to like 8 and see how that looks. Alright, so now that we have this, I'm just going to add some text on top, which is going to be like the title of this, and this is going to be semi-bold, and we're going to change it to our gray text, and I'm going to select this and make it a component, and this should be like 12, and I'm going to move this to the top. So I'm going to duplicate this, then this should be gap of 20, and this is business name. You know what, I don't want to always edit this, so I'm just going to bring this out. I'm just going to make this a component. Impute field. So I'm going to select this. I'm going to add like a white background to this so I can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to title this impute and then make this a component. And then I'm going to call this label. Create the component property and call this label. And then I'm going to call this placeholder. Alright, so it's just going to be like a basic impute form, nothing really serious. Alright, so this is going to be, the label is business name, and then we're going to have like a placeholder text of like Figma, and duplicate this, and then the next thing will be email, and then we're going to call this company at mail.com. Going to duplicate this also, and this is going to be a message, and this is going to say right here, and this is going to have a height of 200. Alright, so since I can't stretch this, I'm just going to detach this. Or let's just go back and then create like a variant of this. All right, so finally this is going to be message, so I'm just going to swap this to message and then duplicate it finally. Then I'm going to add primary button here, paste to replace, and then I'm going to add changes to hug, and then this is also okay. This is fine the way it is. I'm just going to stretch it a bit. And then I'm going to fill everything. Alright, so this is what I'm looking at. So let's see. So although this is not going to be okay, this is going to be the primary color and our primary button. So we're going to put like the right button here, and then I'm going to change this to this, and I'm going to change this to send message. Alright, so this is what I'm actually after. Then all this will be part of one auto layout, and then this is going to be 40. Let's give the button a little breathing space. All right. So now that we have this, there's one more thing that we need to put. We need to put like the company details at the side of this. We can't just let this place go blank because there's still some details that we need to add here. So let me confirm the kind of text I used inside here. I hope it's regular. Okay, it's regular. Alright, so now that I've confirmed that, the next thing I'm going to put now is I'm going to type out some other accompanying information. So this is going to be the phone number, this is going to be semi-bold, and I'm going to duplicate this and add the number. So the number is going to be plus 234 xxx 31234. All right, so this is going to be our gray text, and then this is going to be regular. So I'm going to select both of these and add auto layout to it, and then the gap should be 12, and I'm going to duplicate this, select this and this, add auto layout to it, and then select this and also add auto layout, and then change the layout to this. I'm going to move this, then I'm going to fill the entire thing, and the gap should be like 100. Let me make it 120. Yep. Alright, so this is what I want to achieve. So let me call this career image, career email. So we're just going to rename all of this. So finally, we have gotten to the final stage for this. So the next thing we're just going to do, we're going to remove the grid lines now. And then finally, I'm going to add the mobile view. So I'm going to change this to mobile. Then the content, I'm just going to delete this and this. These two, and I'm just going to paste to replace. Then change this to vertical layout. Then hit enter. And then everything should be filled. All right. So I'm just going to go to the main component and edit that quickly. And then finally, this is going to be on hog, and then we have everything all set. So I'm going to call this contacts us mobile. All right, so finally we've gotten to the end of the entire website.